Welcome, everybody, to the Jets Life podcast. I'm your host, Anthony, co-hosted by Big Dom. Today, we'll be having a special co-host, or special guest, Zac Ventola. He'll be joining here shortly. As we look ahead towards the Pats and Jets game this Thursday Night Football, he'll be on here in the next 5 minutes or so. We'll get into that game, give a little kind of preview of the game, and then he'll have to log off here in about an hour, and then we'll kind of do our dive on the Jets-Browns game. While we're waiting for him, I guess, just quick, just really brief. How you feel about the Jets win this Thursday? They play on Thursday, this Sunday. How you feel about the win, Dom?
Feel good about it. The team needs it. I like that whole. Just watching them dance when they got that offsides call was awesome. I wanted to get up and dance with them. It was awesome.
Campbell's got some moves.
Yeah, man, he does got moves, right? And it just, you're starting to see something change with that team. These are all his players, man. I'm telling you, slowly but surely. What I see, I do like they won. Their offense looked like crap, but that's just one thing. Outside of Breece Hall, what do they have net? 12 yards of passing?
Yeah, it was horrible.
It's horrible. Special teams delivered. Defense played. They played tough. McDonald played tough. They played well. I'm happy.
Yeah. So then 42 net passing yards, 127 yards on the ground. You know what's crazy? The 42 net passing yards, that was Breece Hall's touchdown. Yep. So if you take his touchdown off the board, the Jets are literally you would think they didn't throw a pass the whole game.
Oh my God.
But yeah, that's a whole,
Dude, that guy stinks.
Oh yeah, he's horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, which obviously leads us into offseason. More stuff we have to worry about there. But yeah, I'm with you on this one. Good solid team win. When you look at what the defense was able to do, especially in the second half, holding Cleveland to 3 points. It is the Cleveland Browns and it is Dylan Gabriel, so we got to take our, take it for what it's worth. Special teams coming out huge in this game, and we're pretty live right now. We got 9 people in the views right now. If you're viewing this channel right now, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Appreciate all the support you can get. Leave a comment. Happy to put you on in there. In fact, we got our first comment, Lacey the Macy 2.0. Hi, welcome to the chat. Appreciate you joining the show. We got some action going on here. So let's keep this thing rolling. Hopefully Zac can join too, so we can get right into that Patriots game. But yeah, this Jets game, it was a dirty game. The two kick returns, and let's get into that first. The kickoff return was the first one. So if you want to talk on Nwangu, guy, if he can stay healthy, man, he would be an absolute weapon to keep on this team. And I think he's one that will come cheap in free agency. You definitely want to keep him around, but you definitely also want to take a look at other options. But yeah, what was your reaction about that?
We've seen him do it before. A kid's a game breaker, man. On special teams, he's definitely a major weapon. As far as keeping him healthy, he should not be doing anything besides that. Like, don't even practice all week. If you want to jog around this field, go ahead and do that. But no contacts, no nothing. We need this kid out in the field. He's special.
Yeah, definitely a special athlete. Love to friggin' if he can stay healthy, man. That's the biggest thing, and that's been his biggest problem. But when he's healthy and when he's on the field, there's a big kick coming, whether it's a kickoff, return touchdown, or getting us in positive field position. Was it him in the the Broncos game where we he had the big kick return, where basically we scored 8 points, but one was a safety,
the 40-yard line.
Yeah, and we couldn't do anything after that.
It was him. He came back.
The guy's an absolute animal. And then let's keep going into the game with Isaiah Williams. I'll let you start with it. I have some comments there. And
yeah, well, here's a guy that we brought in and we cut. Then we bring him back, and in the last 3 weeks has been nothing but solid. Like that's the type of player the Jets need.
Yeah.
He's been like all upwards with him. So just to have a kickoff and a kick return and a punt return in the same quarter. Did that happen in the first quarter as well?
They went back-to-back kicks. Yeah, it was in the first quarter.
I've never seen the Jets do that ever. I mean, that's the first time.
Not on back-to-back kicks,
dude.
I think
insane.
I think I've read something that it's been done. I forget if it was done by the Jets. I know the 49ers did it like in 2007 or something like that was saying. But
back-to-back plays?
Not back-to-back plays
That's what I mean.
in the same game.
I think it was
back-to-back plays. I don't know if that's I think the 49ers actually one that did it back-to-back plays. There was 2017, I think someone did it. I forget which. It was popping up everywhere. When you're watching a game, you're watching your feed. All these different like stat technicians come out with these different little metrics and stuff like that. But yeah, the thing I would say about Isaiah Williams, and I think you touched on it a little bit, but the guy came in after all the issues we had with Xavier Gibson, cutting him, releasing him. He comes in, he has his own fumbling issues, his own little problems, and he gets demoted, waived. I think he was on the practice squad for a little bit, comes back up, and since he's been up, he's been a completely different player. That Cincinnati Bengals game, a big reason why that was possible is because he had a number of kicks where he was able to get some positive yardage out of it and put our offense in decent field position against the Bengals, where that defense was falling apart at the seams throughout the entire game, and you saw it. But something to be said about Aaron Glennon. I've been highly critical of him. I never said he was going to go one and done, but the writing was on the wall for me that he's probably not the long-term answer for head coach. But he's made some moves on the benching side, using that as you're not going to bench someone every week, but the players he's benched have come out and rebounded. Even Justin Fields got benched against Carolina, came back in that Cincinnati game, and again, it is versus Cincinnati, so we got to take that with a grain of salt. But players have responded to their benchings with pretty decent performances. Quincy Williams, although I don't really look at that as like a real benching. A linebacker benching is kind of stupid because
it's
still going to play. Like it's not like benching a quarterback.
So he got benched that game, but he actually played more defensive snaps than the guy who started in front of him. But he was all over the field, though, I have to say. Yeah, that was a great game by Quincy. You might have to think of re-signing him too, man.
Possibly. All right, let's take a step back. Zach has just joined in. So joining us from Pats today, Patriots fan and Patriots reporter.
How's it going, guys?
Zac Ventola. Hey Zach, how's it going?
It's going great, man. How are you guys?
Pretty good.
How's that college life going?
Not as good as you.
Yeah, I mean, it's going good. Other than the fact that the laundry machines are driving me insane, I can't complain. But
are you lucking out? You at least have the laundry machines on your floor?
No, they're on the ground floor, but it's not too bad. There's an elevator down, so I have like a little rolly basket, so not too big of a deal. But it helps when they work, and it drives me a little bit crazy when they don't work so well. But it is what it is.
Yeah, man, that's the struggle, man. How's everything going though? How's the college life treating you? Doing good in school and everything? Everything's going good?
Oh yeah. Everything's going great. Just again, having fun, getting through my classes, doing well in my classes, but powering through, and just learning. Out inside the classroom, outside the classroom, TV stuff. Been having a lot of fun with that. So. Right when we wrap up here, I'll be heading over to the TV station, helping out with production, watching a live show, and then back at it again tomorrow and the next day, and every day, just about.
Mm-hmm.
So,
do you know which area you're going into? Like, I know you're like going into journalism to some degree, but what or communications? What you said, right?
Journalism. Yeah. So, I am going for sports journalism. In some capacity, they have a broadcast and digital journalism major here, and they have a news media and something, or basically writing major. And I think my profession, I would prefer more writing, but I think I'll get more out of the broadcasting major here. So that is currently what I'm planning on doing, but I don't have to pick that track for a little bit. And then, I mean, either way, whichever route I go down for my major, whether it's the broadcasting one or the more writing intensive one, I'm going to learn a ton. That'll help me out. And those professions have so much overlap where if I'm doing one, I'll probably be doing the other in some capacity at least. So
yeah. Well, best of luck, man.
Appreciate
proud
it.
of you for getting in school and figuring your stuff out. Keep grinding. It's a grind, but it's worth it at the end.
Oh yeah.
So let's go right into it. I know you have a short amount of time, so let's go right into it. Zach, last time we spoke, I think it was draft day, and that was a long time ago. A lot has changed with your team since then, and look at you guys now, first place in the division, 8-2. You guys
I can't even hold my smile back. Like
you guys had a really, really rough 3-year turnaround with the absence of Brady, and then the firing of Belichick, just to get back here, right back to the top of the AFC East. I guess first things first. I mean, we know about the game, but tell us what's the biggest changes you've seen under Vrabel that have sparked this drastic turnaround?
It's the fundamentals and the culture. Starting out with the fundamentals, Vrabel's biggest thing that he stresses is being able to take advantage of bad football and eliminating bad football yourself, but mostly being able to take advantage of bad football. Patriots couldn't do that last year. They would play up against some bad football. Other teams would turn it over. They would rack up penalties, whatever it may be. Patriots would then respond with a turnover of their own or 3 penalties of their own, whatever it may be. So just fixing the fundamentals, not turning the ball over as much unless your name is Ramondre Stevenson, not committing penalties really at all. This has been I don't know the exact numbers on it, but it feels like this team just hasn't really had many penalties called on them other than the first few weeks of the season. I know Will Campbell started out with a couple of false starts, and Kayvon Chason started out with a few offsides penalties. But other than that, this has been a pretty fundamentally sound football team. And then the culture. This team believes they can win. They know that it's difficult to win in the NFL, and that's also such a huge thing where they are not taking any game for granted. There hasn't been a game that they've fallen into the trap to, right? You can go up against 7 bad teams in a row, and not all the teams that the Patriots have played on this stretch have been bad teams, but you could go up against 7 of the worst teams in a row and still drop a game or two because you just lose focus. This Patriots team has not done that, which is impressive beyond words, in my opinion. On top of that, just everybody having trust and faith in Vrabel, in his system, in his culture. There is one thing that I saw a couple of days ago that kind of jumped out to me, and it was Drake Maye last year saying, once they get on the field, there's nothing we can do for them. Okay. Mike Vrabel this year, Christian Barmore goes down, I believe it was Barmore, went down to injury, and there's a picture of Vrabel kneeling down next to him while Barmore's laying down on the field, holding Barmore's hand. That's something small. That's something small, but that's still a big difference maker. The players know that their head coach cares about them. You'll see.
Well, he's been in there.
Yeah, exactly. You'll see him outside the locker room after every game dapping everybody up, like, great work, incredible job, and like adding in, something additional kind of catered towards every player. There was when Terrell Jennings had his first game, got a few snaps towards the end of the game when the Patriots were up big. Vrabel sees him coming up and goes, "We have our new 5-minute back for end of game situations." There was this past week, Kairos Tonga, he's been a great player this year, but he came to the team on a 1-year, very cheap deal. Vrabel sees him walking by and is like, "Great job. We're so lucky to have you here." This head coach cares. and the players know that, and it has been reflected on the field with how they've been performing.
Yeah. And I know, like, obviously we talked a little bit leading off into the season and leading up to the end of last season, and you were definitely a huge proponent. And I don't even think, I mean, obviously we all knew Vrabel was lurking in the background, but I don't even think that was the main you definitely identified Gerard Mayo as just
terrible.
Yeah, just awful, trending towards that one and done. I guess, like, leading up to it, and Jets fans, we have a similar issue with Aaron Glenn. Although the last couple of games, things look a little bit better, and I mean, you can even backtrack to the games before that, defense playing better. But from a Patriots fan perspective, having a former player in there, what was your level of comfort on the look of the organization? Obviously, bringing in Vrabel changes it pretty quickly, but a huge thing we have going on in Jet Nation right now is, like, do you really want to kick a former great New York Jet out, former player after one season, and what look does that put on the organization if that were to happen? Like, what was your concern there, if any, on that looking bad on the Patriots making that move? And I mean, obviously, respect to Kraft for making that decision and getting things straightened out pretty quickly.
Yeah, so I can speak on, I'm a younger guy. I grew up watching Bill Belichick and only Bill Belichick, and then Gerard Mayo.
It's a little easier.
So yeah, this is going to be solely in the Gerard Mayo scenario, and this is not going to be something that encapsulates most other head coaching jobs. But is your head coach making a fool out of himself every week? Gerard Mayo, every single
was.
I mean, I like the little like that little Aaron Glenn when he was running down the sideline to lose the game. Yeah, that was
wasn't it. I didn't even mind that one. There was a string of 3 weeks in a row where they were just bad 5-minute like decision making. The last 5 minutes of a half, last 5 minutes of a quarter of the game. There was a sequence of events that just, I don't know if you watched the Denver, the game in London, like that last sequence right before halftime, where they had 2 timeouts or whatever it was. They faked a punt, took a timeout, then instead of faking the punt, they just did a QB sneak or whatever the sequence was. And after they get the first down, like, they just run out the clock basically. And it's like, why'd you even fake the punt? Just to not give the ball back? You don't trust your defense? Or, like, after you get the first down, you're at midfield. Why don't you just, like, try and get 20 yards, get in field goal range? And they end up losing the game by, 2 points? I forget what it was.
Yeah, it was 13-11,
there was just a weird sequence of events like that. Bad decision making with Fields. I feel like in the Carolina game, in the Denver game, he was playing awful. Finally pulled the trigger on Justin Fields, pulling him out after the week before being told by the media, did you ever consider changing him? It's like, why would I do that? Well, then you just do it the week later. It's just weird stuff like that. But I don't know. I think he's done better the last couple of games against, low tier opponents. We'll see against this week. You'd like to see that this team doesn't make a fool out of themselves on Thursday Night Football. That's just the only hope that you can have in this game. I guess let's dive right into it, Zach.
Can I get one more thing on Mayo real quick?
Go for it, yeah.
So with him, it was a combination of the product on the field is awful, but it was also off the field. There was a term coined by Patriots Nation of Walk Back Monday, where Gerard Mayo, after every game on Sunday, would say something insane in his press conference post-game, and then Monday he would get on his next press conference and be like, yeah, guys, I didn't mean to say that. That's not really, how I meant it. Every single week. Wow. Every week. There was like the biggest example was pregame versus, I forget what team, but it was after Ramondre Stevenson had been on a fumbling spree. And he says pregame, yeah, Ramondre's going to be benched. We're going to discipline him. He won't be our starter. First play of the game, Ramondre Stevenson trots onto the field. Like, it was ridiculous. There was no almost felt like there was no communication between the coaches. No one knew what they were doing. And again, that was just one of many examples of what we called Walk Back Monday. Also, throughout the season, just the players very obviously lost faith. They were pretty much dissing the coaching staff. It was bad. There's no other way to put it. Like, it's not just, does the team get blown out every week? Does the team look competitive on the field? Like, yes, that matters a lot. I don't know if that necessarily justifies a one and done. When you are off the field and the players hate you and you very clearly have no idea what's going on, like, it's ridiculous. He would talk about how instead of watching film on the way back on the plane, he would play cards with the players. Like, you're the head coach. You're not the assistant trainer, whatever. So it's things like that are really, in my mind, justify a one and done. But again, I've only been through this once, so maybe there's I don't know the full scope of how bad or how not bad Aaron Glenn has been, but in my opinion, it hasn't quite justified a one and done yet. We'll see as the season goes on. If the players start completely losing faith, then potentially, but I find that hard to believe.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen. And I never really thought it was just, obviously traction that was finance went on Twitter, especially after starting 0-7. That's obviously
definitely
always going to spark
the one and done
coaching change.
Sure.
Yeah, for sure.
All
right, so let's get right into the Patriots game. Tell us what you think about this. Obviously, you guys are 8-2. We're record of the opposite proportion, 2-7. You're at home. I guess to start off with, where if the Jets were gonna try and pull off an upset here, what area of the game do they need to attack, or what's the Patriots' weakness in your eyes?
I think there are lapses in the pass defense at times, which good for the Patriots this week because
we can't throw the ball.
Yeah, you guys have about one offensive player, and his name is Breece Hall. So with Garrett Wilson out now and Justin Fields being Justin Fields, so the Patriots just this past week let up their first 50-yard running back of the season. It was Sean Tucker of the Buccaneers. Before that, they had held Bijan Robinson to under 50 yards. They had held, I can't even think of the list, but any running back that they played up to this point before the Buccaneers, they had held under 50 yards, and the Buccaneers running back got like 53 yards. So if you really want to, cherry pick a little bit and adjust that up to 55, boom, stat still stands. Could Breece Hall break one off or get more? Sure, he could definitely get more than 55 yards, but do I think he could get 150? No shot. And that's just about the Herculean performance he would have to put on if he wants any chance of beating this Patriots team, unless the offense just has a Sam Darnold seeing ghosts moment and I don't see how that would happen, but under the lights, division rival, maybe the pressure of the rivalry jersey, and somehow, some way, Drake Maye forgets how to play football. He has like his powers taken away from him by the Monstars. Like maybe the Jets can pull off the upset, but other than that, I would be shocked. I truly don't see any way that this game goes towards the Jets.
No, I'm with you on that one. What about so obviously, talking on the AFC Shakedown show on the weekends. A major issue that we've kind of come across is Drake Maye taking pressure on Elias plays. 5 sacks against, actually, it was 6 sacks against the Browns. Had another game a couple weeks ago where he was under pressure pretty consistently. I forget who they played 2 weeks ago. But
it was. It's been a long day.
Yeah, no, I got you. But it's been consistent pressure. A lot of sacks. It was the Falcons. It was the Falcons a couple weeks ago. Yeah.
Falcons and Browns before that. Yep.
Yeah. So obviously the Jets have a player coming off a 4-sack performance of Will McDonald. What do you contribute the overlying pressure to? Is it obviously Will Campbell's one you got to look at being on the left side. Obviously, he's playing against one of the best pass rushers we'll see in a very, very long time, Myles Garrett, a few weeks ago. But is it a factor of Drake Maye holding on to the football too long? Is Will Campbell kind of struggling a little bit more than you would like to expect in these last few games? Like, where do you see the major issues with this offensive line and or Drake Maye getting sacked so frequently?
It's a little bit of everything. I wouldn't put most of that blame on Campbell. He's been pretty clean for the most part. There have been lapses there, but he has been solid. Jared Wilson, left guard, has not been solid. He had an incredible training camp, drafted as a center, is probably the long-term option at center, but for now he plugged in at left guard. He has been pretty inconsistent. Garrett Bradbury at center, shockingly, has been very, very good. So not much blame to be put there. And then Mike Onwenu and Morgan Moses on the right side have also been pretty inconsistent. Onwenu more inconsistent than
Onwenu's having a rough year this year.
He is, which is also pretty surprising because he is by far the, I guess now not the most talented guy, but he should be the best guy on that O-line. He is the only guy on that O-line right now who's on the Patriots offensive line last year. So great player, large salary, around $19 million a year for a guard. So yeah, you would think that he would be holding it down. He really hasn't been. The running back pass protection has been questionable outside of this past week. Travion Henderson finally had a good pass protecting game this past week, but before that it had been rough for him. Ramondre Stevenson did look pretty good doing it though, and I wouldn't expect Stevenson to play this week also. So if Henderson can keep that up, keep building, his most pro-ready trait coming out of the draft was his pass blocking, and then he came into the league and he was awful at it the first few weeks. So hopefully something clicked there. But as for May, yeah, he's holding on to the ball a bit long, but this isn't the most talented receiver group ever, and he's made it look above average, I would say. So that's kind of the sacrifice you got to take. You might hold on to the ball a bit long, but when you can get out of it pretty consistently and also dig yourself out of the hole if you do get sacked, like Drake Maye can take a 5-yard sack on 2nd and 10, and I am still confident that the Patriots are going to convert on 3rd down because he is that good at the deep throws. And Josh McDaniels is that good at scheming up plays to get that 1st down. So I honestly have never had more confidence in a Patriots team in being able to convert on 3rd and long than I have had this year. It feels like every game there's a 3rd and 14, a 3rd and 12, whatever it may be, and Drake Maye unwinds one like 30 yards downfield. So the sacks are to blame a little bit on everybody, but it's kind of a sacrifice you got to take for this offense to be able to roll like it's been rolling. I guess in the sense of Drake Maye being to blame. As for the O-line, it hasn't been great, but it's far and beyond better than last year, and that's really all you can ask for.
Yeah. I mean, especially when you look at continuity being a big factor in offensive line, having a complete turnaround to most of your offensive line, it'll take time to gel, and it's good to get them kind of working together and trying to gel when you're getting wins, as opposed to getting losses. Puts more pressure on the quarterback. But I guess continuing on here a little bit with this game, your secondary has their work cut out for them. With or lack thereof, with the way that this Jets receiving group is, basically down to they're having open tryouts this week. Hopefully, get some more bodies in there.
I'll get a bus down from Syracuse to New Jersey.
There you go. We could use the help.
Hey Zach, I got a question for you.
Yeah, what's up?
How surprised are you? I mean, from going from last year, I think what you guys went 5 games, right?
4
games. And then Vrabel coming in, right?
Mhm.
And just taking this team. I've honestly never seen this before, because I honestly think they're the best team in the East right now. I mean, you guys are hands down the cleanest football team, right? Well coached, you could see it, and well disciplined.
I think
And
argue the
I'm
best in the
seeing,
AFC right now, the way they're playing.
yeah, a second year. I mean, Drake Maye is like just play. He's got one of the best, deepest balls in all of football. I mean, he's doing it with just like really nobody. Like you said before, their receivers are not like anybody special. I mean, Brady had that problem, right? But he did it. I mean, I just really think that I'm surprised that you guys are 8-2, and honestly, you guys are going to win the East. I mean,
it's looking like it. When's your game against Buffalo? Like
December 10th or 11th?
Yeah. It's so this week it's the Jets, then it's on Thursday, then it's the Bengals, and then bye week Bills. Right. So get them off the bye week at home. Yeah. And so that win,
and you know Vrabel's gonna have them ready off a bye week. It's not like it's gonna be like, oh, like.
Yeah, you would hope so. I mean, that's what he does. That's what he does.
Yes,
but the Bills will be ready too.
I can't believe they got destroyed by the Dolphins that last week. Man, that's crazy.
That was crazy. Hopefully the Buccaneers, they give us a little help, beat the Bills, and then the Patriots are really cruising. I don't see any way that they lose their lead on the East if the Bills lose this upcoming week against the Buccaneers. I mean, that would be a dream come true.
That'll basically give you a 2.5 game lead, and Bills losing to the Dolphins is big on the divisional record as well. So I mean, having the head-to-head was great. They still have to come to your place and take that tie in the divisional record. Losing to the Dolphins is not good, because chances are you guys are most likely going to sweep us. I can't see a situation where anything changes there unless something drastically changes between now and the game in New York. But the Dolphins are the Dolphins, and you already beat them. Your first game was in New England, or was it in Miami? I forget.
That was in Miami.
Was it
first
Miami?
The Dolphins, it was Miami, if I'm remembering correctly. Let me double check.
All right, so then you got the home field advantage there too. So yeah, you guys are definitely trending in the right direction. I mean, even possibly towards a first round bye, which is absolutely freaking insane when you consider.
It was in Miami, by the way. So the Patriots are going to get the Dolphins at home in the New England winter.
Oh yes. Miami loves to play.
And we know how Tua and McDaniel's record is in cold weather. So you guys are trending in the right direction overall. It's absolutely insane. We've gone through, since Bill Belichick has been there, 5 coaches, 6 coaches.
I feel like it's been 5 in my lifetime.
Oh my God!
At least in my memory, it might be, which is.
There's 16 years we haven't made the playoffs. 15 or 16?
15, yeah. 15 years, no playoff appearance.
I think that's too many most in all of sports. All of sports.
It's an embarrassment.
So the trick is, what I've learned is when that's happening, you have to draft Drake Maye, and then all your dreams come true.
You have to draft a good quarterback at the end of the day. Like, I mean, just don't.
You guys got 5 chances to do so. I mean.
Just don't draft the worst quarterback possible. Like we like to do.
Phrase that. You have to draft a good quarterback and know how to coach a good quarterback. Because they had drafted Sam Darnold and they couldn't coach Sam Darnold. And now look at Sam Darnold.
Well, the biggest mistake with Darnold, I've said it a million times, bringing Gase in there to be the quarterback whisperer was basically he was talking to a deaf guy at that point. I mean, like it was just absolutely like.
Bro, how can
Gase got fired from Miami? Not because Miami's idiots. They are idiots, but you got fired because he was a terrible coach there as well.
Imagine Darnold and Gase talking, right? And you see Gase the way he talks with his eyes. Dude, he can't even look into the poor kid's eye when he talks to the coach. No wonder why he was being close in that New England game.
Oh man.
Crazy.
It was absolutely insane. I don't understand. All right, so continuing with this game, Zach, I think I had a couple other comments on it, and we can let you go here a little bit, and you got your stuff going on. But So yeah, Patriots run defense. I mean, the Jets offensive line has actually done pretty solid against. And that was an area where I really thought the Jets could try and gain an advantage, but obviously, like with Garrett Wilson out, not saying that Justin Fields at any point in time is going to strike some fear. They're going to be loading the box all game long in this game. There's no avenue there to striking something out. Obviously, the pass rush. I mean, that's really the only I would say advantage Jets can really garner in this game. I mean, their special teams has been solid, so maybe you got a kick return or a punt return, but we just did 2 last week. What's the chance of another one happening? But if you had to, obviously that he hasn't shown many, but if you had to kind of identify a flaw in Drake Maye's game or an area where Jets defense had their struggles this year, but is there an area where you see that the Jets might be able to kind of take advantage of something out of Drake Maye?
Yeah, there are, I would say, lapses in his judgment at times. You saw it at the end of the half against the Falcons, where the Patriots had a chance to basically put that game away at halftime, and Drake Maye just tries to do a little bit too much, fumbles, and the Falcons were right back in it. There was also this past week against the Buccaneers, tries to do a little bit too much right on the goal line. A score basically again ends the game, and he throws a pick. So not that is something that happens often, and it's also something that I think he learns from very well. You could see, again, that Falcons fumble was 2 weeks ago at this point, right? Or a week ago, whatever
Falcons
it may be.
Falcons was
days
a
are
week and a half because we're talking Tuesday.
A week ago at the point of the Buccaneers game, Drake Maye again was running around with the ball just in one hand, all willy-nilly. And then now this week against the Buccaneers, he had pass rushers on all 4 sides of him unblocked, and he was moving through the pocket, still both hands on the ball, like doing like almost a QB's version of a swim move. I don't know if it has an actual name, but when they kind of like step through the rusher with both hands on the ball, like exactly how you would want it. So
protecting that football.
Yeah. So hoping for the Patriots' sake, you would hope that Drake Maye continues to do so, continues to learn from those mistakes as he has so well already. But if he doesn't, I think that is where the Jets could have the advantage, combining their pass rush with a potential lack of ball security from Drake Maye. With that being said, you still got to put points on the board. I don't know how this Jets offense is supposed to do so.
They cannot. That's not going to happen.
That's the crazy part. Like, you go into games and it's like trying to preview these games is so difficult because you just don't know which Justin Fields you're going to get on a weekly basis, and he's the biggest
one or the terrible one.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
there's only 2.
That's the game you're playing. Like, can he at least be like mediocre today? They won last week with him throwing for 54 yards passing, 42 of which came on a single fucking screen pass. It's absolutely it's bananas. Like that. This is like what they got to play with, and the Jets find their way to get this. Like they had Zach Wilson for years. They have Justin Fields now, like worst quarterback in the league. You look at these games, and it's like you try and identify like these like little areas of weakness. Where can this team actually like try and attack and take advantage? And I just don't see one in this game. It's insane. And these are the type of games you watch Thursday Night Football, and it's like, oh my god, how the hell like Jets are going to be up like 3-0 at some point or whatever the case would be. It's like, oh my god, how is this possible? They're stopping Drake Maye. But yeah,
I don't want to jinx it. That's the thing. I know I'm going to come on here say there's no way the Jets win, and then the Patriots are somehow, some way going to find a way to lose. But I just don't see how that's possible. If you had Gerard Mayo head coaching this team, Patriots will find a way.
It is football. It is any given Sunday, but
that's true. I mean, or Thursday.
Well, yeah. In this case, I guess I didn't want to put you in this position, especially since you said it. But I guess I gotta have to do it now. Do you have a score prediction you feel comfortable giving in this game for Thursday?
Yeah, I got you. I need to pull it up because I texted it to someone and I have to be consistent. I do weekly score predictions on my Instagram. 34-10 Patriots is what I had. I think the Jets find a way to get in the end zone once, maybe score an early field goal. Other than that, I just again, how are the Jets supposed to stop this team? I don't know. So again, 34-10. I feel like that is somewhat fair. Maybe take off a touchdown or so for the
You
Patriots.
guys have been scoring basically 30 points a week, it seems like, and holding
Just
other
about,
teams to under 20 points a week.
Yeah.
It follows the whole core with that score prediction, you know.
Yeah.
And I'll give you guys a little props too, like, you know, going through the weekly like conversations we have with Tommy and stuff.
Mhm.
The entire win streak you guys have been on at this point, like every single week, you know, obviously, like, you know, most of the voting was gone to the Patriots after the Buffalo game. You guys, that was definitely the statement win that you guys needed to kind of start getting yourselves to be kind of considered favorites moving forward. And every single week going into it, it's like, which game of these, like, I think you guys had like a 4-week stretch of games against like lower tier opponents. And it's like, which of these 4 games, because Juan even said they're not going to go 4-0 in the stretch. There's going to be a trip up. And the fact that you guys literally, and you mentioned it earlier, the fact that you guys have gone through each of these games and have won every single game convincingly. And then I think the Tampa game was a huge test for you guys, especially playing down in Tampa to, you know, you guys have beaten lower tier opponents. Fine. You're doing your job, but can you go into another team's home, a back-to-back division winner down in Tampa against you know,
MVP
not MVP
caliber
but he's had great performances over the last couple of years. Can you guys do it? And you guys again won that game pretty handily as well. I got to ask you at this point, looking forward, where do you see your trip up? Because you guys have another little window here of games that, I mean, are you going to, I mean, leading up to the Buffalo game at least, like it looks like you guys have a pretty clean slate moving forward. Where do you see the trip up in this team?
Yeah, so next, again, we'll skip past the Jets. I don't want to have to keep reading.
Yeah, I mean, again, we're kind of past it already.
Yeah, I would think that when the Patriots play the Bengals in just under 2 weeks, Joe Burrow still will not be ready for that game. Sounds
I think
like
he has a 4-week window now. I think is how it works.
3 week.
But
still, that's just to get activated to the roster. They could activate him and not play him. Maybe they just want him on the field, and then if he's not ready by the end of the 3 weeks, whatever, you activate him, he takes up a roster spot for another week. Who cares? I think you would rather have Burrow on the practice fields for an extra week than have an extra roster spot for a week. So whatever. I don't think Burrow will be playing in that game. I think the earliest he'd play would be Thanksgiving against the Ravens. So that should be a win. Maybe the Bengals offense is still very good. T. Higgins,
defense is awful though, man.
But that's the thing. Exactly.
I don't put 45 on that defense. We put 39 with Justin Fields.
I forgot about that. Yeah. So the Patriots should win that game. Maybe it's closer than you'd expect, but you know, this is a defense. The Patriots defense, I think, can get at least a few stops on the Bengals offense, and I don't think that the Bengals defense rather can get a few stops on the Patriots offense. Turning the page, bye week then Buffalo.
You guys actually have the Giants.
That doesn't count.
Is that your bye week? Is that what you're dubbing as the bye week?
Yeah. No, it's been a long day. I forget the schedule and all that. But Giants, again, like that's a game that should be a win, and especially it's kind of that window after firing the head coach. Like, you know, when you fire the head coach, you kind of get that first week interim head coach boost, and then after that, it's just downhill.
That never happened for the Jets last year.
But they should be kind of catching the Giants on the downhill, and it's Jackson Dart, and that's it on the Giants offense. So not too worried about that. Then the Bills.
You got a couple weeks. Bills Ravens. That'd be a very interesting test because you're probably playing a very desperate Ravens team at that point because they don't have much room for error now.
So I think the Bills game is 50-50. The Bills are going to come out firing.
Mm-hmm.
I still would lean Patriots, but that's going to be such a fun game to watch. And then the week after, I think they lose to the Ravens. And following the Ravens game, I don't see another loss on the schedule. So in my mind, it is a floor of 13-4, which is ridiculous. Maybe 12-5 if you drop another game that you shouldn't. Maybe the Bengals game, maybe the Giants game, Dolphins later on, but that's in the cold, so probably not.
You may have nothing to play for in that game too. If you're.
Yeah. They would probably try to go for that bye week. I don't think they would be far. The Patriots, I don't think would be far enough ahead to be clinching the bye week going into the last week of the season, but potentially with a win they would. So yeah, I would say that it is the Bills game as a 50-50. The Ravens game, I would lean Ravens, and then Bengals and Giants. The Bengals could be close. Giants shouldn't be close, but Jackson Dart has been a very good quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, I mean, it should be a cakewalk.
Yeah. And your two losses, I know Vegas the first week of the year. What was your second loss?
It was Pittsburgh, third week. So it was
2 conference losses.
Yeah. So not great. That was really the Patriots should be undefeated. I'm just gonna put it plain and simple. The Las Vegas loss was just embarrassing. The Patriots were not ready at all coming out of the season. Definitely a game they should have won. By far, Drake Maye's worst game of the year. And then the Steelers game, Patriots barely lost, and I think they lost like 5 fumbles or 4 fumbles or something ridiculous like that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that. Both were games the Patriots should have won. And then also no Christian Gonzalez for those games, who is such a pivotal part of this defense. Patriots are undefeated now with him on the field. So I mean, it's hard to be complaining. Yeah, I'm living a pretty good life sitting at 8-2, but was unfortunate with those losses. But again, since then, the Patriots have been cruising. And I think those were more so early season, figuring it out, maybe not as prepared jitters than it was the Patriots are a team that are incapable of beating the Steelers and incapable of beating the Raiders.
Yeah, that's fair. All right. I know you got to dip out here in about 10 minutes or so. So I got 2 last questions for you. One I think you answered, but the final record prediction, you said 13, or what did you say it was?
Yeah, I'll go for fun. I'll say 14-3. I think it's a 14-3 ceiling and a 12-5 floor.
Insane.
But yeah, it's a good
insane
time.
In year one. It's really, when you look at it, it is kind of year one of the rebuild. You drafted the quarterback, and I wouldn't even consider that a rebuild yet. It's more of a evaluation period.
Mm-hmm.
This is year one of a rebuild, and you're talking about a 12-win team, potentially even more than that.
Mm-hmm.
And then last question, I think Tommy's going to appreciate this one. Do you guys have the best quarterback in the division?
Yeah. Ask Vegas. I mean, the odds say it all. Patriots.
I thought it was Tua.
Yeah, maybe. Oh God, no. I'm not even going to entertain that. I was going to make some jokes about it. That speaks for itself.
You think Dolphins go quarterback in the draft?
Yeah, I'd say so. I'm more interested to see if they move on from McDaniel, because they definitely should. I don't think that they do.
And you don't think they will?
Why would you not do it right now? What are they waiting for?
There's one or two things that I can think of. Either, I mean, and it goes on both sides of the dish. Either one, they're just trying to put something respectable on the field, and let's be real, he can scheme his way into a couple of wins just based off his offensive genius. You fire him, you lose that, you kind of lose it all.
Yeah.
What's it called? Curtis thinks it's a tank job. He's gotten us this far. Might as well get us to the finish line. is basically his words to it. So I think it's actually the opposite. If you're really trying to tank, fire him now, because then you lose that one advantage you probably have on this team, his play calling ability. It's still there. He's just not a good head coach, I think, is the problem. Great offensive mind, bad head coach.
It's kind of like a Josh McDaniels situation.
Exactly.
I think McDaniel is a better head coach than McDaniels, but also I think McDaniels is a better offensive coordinator. So, and look what we got.
You got him right back. He's probably not leaving anytime soon. I don't know if anybody's giving him a head coaching job anymore.
Yeah, I would be shocked.
So
it's and maybe whoever picks up Mike McDaniel next, that's kind of a luxury. Not even kind of. That's a luxury. Having an offensive coordinator who it's going to take a lot of success for them to get poached. Like that is a very, very helpful thing to have. So whoever gets Mike McDaniel, like, watch out. That's what I'll say.
Same type of deal with Cliff Kingsbury over in Washington now. I mean, he was an offensive mind too. And now he's bloom. Well, he did bloom last year. I don't know. The injuries got him this year. The bug got him.
Yep.
So I got one more question for you, Zach. I know you got to leave here in a couple moments. I don't know how much. I know you usually do a little bit of work on the draft and stuff like that. You're down in mobile. Have you kept an eye on any of these college teams, whatever, quarterback wise? Obviously, the Jets are in a situation where we'll probably be picking a quarterback in April. Which of these quarterbacks do you think kind of leads the pack, or do you have multiple, or if you want to rank them, whatever you want to do?
I'll tell you, I have 0, but I've heard a lot about Fernando Mendoza. So I think that's probably the leader of the pack right now. But in all honesty, I haven't watched it. When I'm
busy watching Sunday football now.
Yeah, too busy between that and being at the TV station or whatever here. So, I haven't really been able to to look too much at the draft and especially at the quarterbacks. I mean, I basically just look at the positions that I think the Patriots will be targeting, or the guys who are at Mobile for the Senior Bowl. So, it's a good life not having to watch quarterbacks because we got the best in the AFC East. So yeah, I honestly wish I could tell you more. Again, I've heard a lot of good about Fernando Mendoza. I know Lenore Sellers was kind of going into the year expected to be that number one guy, I believe. Don't think he's quite lived up to it this year. I think he's dealt with some injuries and X, Y, and Z.
I think he needs to change the scenery, honestly. I think he needs to go to a college that can really kind of like bring out his strengths, whatever, where he's not having to play Superman every week. And maybe that puts him in that tier where you can kind of consider him like the top quarterback in a class, and maybe he gets that. But even with that scenario, I think the Jets are just not a team that's can probably take out the best out of Lenore Sellers. I think Jets are desperate for just someone who can play quarterback and operate behind a good offensive line and just play it. Like I said, the same thing with Lamar Jackson. And Lamar Jackson's great, but I don't think we'd be talking about him in the same light behind the Jets offensive line of 2018 when he came out. I don't think the coaching staff would have had the ability to kind of capitalize on his strengths and populate a game plan that can utilize those strengths. He went to the perfect organization, the Ravens, that had a good offensive coordinator that could actually use Lamar Jackson the right way. And even Lamar Jackson took some time. His first year, he wasn't that great. It was the second year that he just popped off.
After the year. Day-Bowl, right?
No, it was who was it? What's the name again? I forget the Ravens OC at the time.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I forget his name, but yeah, I mean, it'll pop in my head at some point. But that's all we have, Zach, for you. I mean, any other words before you dip out?
Well, I mean, first of all, thanks for having me on.
Yes.
Thanks for putting up with my laundry because that was man, that was a scenario. By the way, I not that anyone wants to hear about my laundry right now, but I need to get this off my chest real quick.
Get that dirty laundry out, man.
I put in 2 loads of laundry, like 2 separate washers, right? One of them, it was fine. Okay, whatever. The other one, it was supposed to end like 5 minutes earlier than the first load. It says for like the 10 minutes I'm standing there, it says it'll be done in 7 minutes the whole time. Eventually it just stops. And then I take out the laundry. I have never felt laundry like so wet. It was
oh my God.
like you can't tell.
The spit cycle's not working.
Yeah,
the
other freaking machine.
It might not have been. That might be what it is. Like,
yeah,
my clothes probably weighed 10 pounds per like sweatshirt.
Yeah, it's just spin cycle not working.
Well, they should get on that.
They should
pay tuition for what? Like, gotta put it to use.
Are you on campus or are you off campus?
Yeah, I'm on campus. Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah. So it's a good time. But other than my laundry, again, thank you guys for having me on. Really,
it was a pleasure, man.
Had a very good time. Haven't really been able to talk ball too much recently between schoolwork and extracurriculars and all that. So it was good to get on here, be able to talk trash about the Jets for a bit. I've missed that, and be able to talk about Drake Maye because really those are my 2 favorite things in life: hating the Jets and loving Drake Maye. So again, thank you guys so much. I had a great time.
No problem, Zach. Awesome. We appreciate having you on. And I'll keep in touch with you, whatever. Maybe get you back on leading up to the Patriots game. I was trying to get Juan on. I thought that would be kind of cool to have you and Juan kind of 2 versus 2, but then that would have been too much abuse, I think, for us 2 Jet fans. But maybe we'll shoot something like that next time.
Maybe if you somehow pull off the upset this week, then like we could do that, and we could have the battle of, well, we beat you guys last time versus, well, we
beat you in New England. Try and beat us at home.
Yeah, that'd be a good time. 1,000% I'd be down to come back on. So just let me know. Give me a time, and I'll try to make it.
Sounds good, man. All right.
Have a good night, you guys. Appreciate
it. Good, bud.
Well, that's Zach.
Nice to be a Patriots fan, huh?
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
Yeah, nice. It's nice to be a Patriots fan right now. And talking about like going.
There's not much to complain about. He was complaining a lot last year, right? But he knows his stuff.
Shit.
Modine, we just got rid of him finally. No, Zach's a good guy. Kicking some butt in college. He was with us weekly last year on the AFC Shakedown show. He's been awesome. Knows his stuff. He's a young kid too, but he definitely knows his stuff. You can tell just by the way he talks. He knows what the heck he's talking about.
He knows foosball.
He knows it. He's watched a winning team his whole life, so he knows what the good stuff looks like.
I wish I had that fucking problem.
Oh my God.
Oh boy.
All right, so I know he just talked about it a little bit. I guess let's just kind of cap off the Patriots game here a little bit, and let's dive into the Jets win. So you heard a lot from a Patriots fan. Dom, what do you think the score prediction in this game? Or do you want to give any sort of commentary to it leading up to it?
I can't. There's no world where I think our offense could do anything with Justin Fields. Okay. They're going to, like you said, they're going to stack that box, and that's it. You know what? Aaron Glenn needs to show that he's aware of this crap and say, you know what? Let's start Tyrod Taylor this week. Come out. Don't even say nothing. Boom. Tyrod time. At least there's a chance there. Give these receivers a chance. With Justin, he's not going to – what's he going to throw, 130, at most $140 in this game? $150? At least with Tyrod Taylor – he could hit. We can see what we got out of these rookies, right? A.D. Mitchell. We can see what we have out of Menchie III, Arian Smith, Mason Taylor. There's a chance, So that's the first thing. Secondly, I don't see anything good happening in this game. I don't think we're gonna get killed like Zach was saying. but maybe I see them losing by 12 to 14 points.
I mean, that's the optimistic. Like, what happens? Like just going through shows. You never really predict like a 30-10 game, like kind of thing. But if there was a game to do it, I think this is definitely it.
I mean,
it's
it
just
is
crazy.
a short week for both teams. You know, who's going to be caught out? You know, the Jets, they both came off of good wins. You know what I'm saying? I mean, can the Patriots come out sleeping on the Jets? I mean, you never know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and those are not the kind of games I want. I mean, listen, at the end of the day,
I don't know if Vrabel really comes off as like a guy that's going to let his team go in and sleep on a team.
He doesn't. I mean,
That's
honestly,
if I would say, yeah, if you're talking about like, you know, the Bills with McDermott, like McDermott has had a tendency to like kind of like sleepwalk in some situations.
Yeah.
They lost to Jacksonville the year that Jacksonville had the first pick. You know, there's weird situations sometimes with McDermott. I just don't see Vrabel, especially against the Jets, man. Yeah. He has the same hatred that Bill Belichick had for the Jets all those years ago. So he lived the rivalry. He's not gonna. And I think Vrabel comes off as the kind of guy that's gonna keep his foot on the freaking gas too, similar to what Bill Belichick used to do when he would play against us. Bill Belichick had no issues if the game was out of hand, keeping the foot on the gas and really freaking putting the embarrassment on the team.
We got a 2-year window, man. All right, let's nail these freaking picks, and let's go to war with these guys.
Let's see what happens
Sunday.
All right. So you have did you give us a score prediction?
Yes, I'm thinking. I think 34 Patriots.
You have the Jets scoring 20 points.
I see them at 23 points. I think Tyrod's coming in this game. I cannot see Justin Fields. If he starts, he's starting for a quarter because he's going to look like shit. And Aaron Glenn's going to have to do something. He cannot just like, all right, just in time. Our defense is not going to be able to stop them. And that's the problem. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Drake Maye is too good. You know, he's going to pick us apart. You know, I think we'll get to him too, though. I think we'll register a couple sacks in the game. You know, I think it'll be close to right about halftime. Like I would say, like in the second quarter, they start pulling away. You know what I'm saying? If we come out fast, though, like a quick touchdown or something like that, you never know, though. I mean, you don't know what you're going to get out of this Jet team. Are we going to get weeks 2 through 8, or we're going to get last 2 weeks? You know what I'm saying? Because we ain't getting week 1. That I know. I mean, we have no weapons. Okay. Last week and this week, I mean, what are we going to really get? I mean, offensively, they did shit anyway. Last week they had a good offensive game, but I mean, we did nothing offensively this week, and we won the game. How? I don't know, but we won. You know what I'm saying? Are we going to get those 2 special team touchdowns? I mean, are we going to ever come up with an interception? No. I mean, everything else.
Do you actually know that if the Jets don't get an interception this week, they'll set the record for longest start without an interception?
Another shameful Jet moment. I mean, just think about these things. Like I mean, that's crazy, dude. It is.
I think the Raiders started with
all year.
Yeah, the Raiders started with, I think it was 10 straight games, or actually I think it's tied the record. I think the Raiders won 10 straight games, got one in the 11th. Is how it works. I don't know when they got it, but I think that's how it worked. So yeah, if the Jets go this game, they will actually have the longest streak to start a season without an interception.
We should bet that they're not going to have an interception that week, because you know they have an interception.
You think they will? You think they won't?
No, absolutely not. Dude, who's it? I mean, is AC Thomas even playing, or is he in concussion protocol?
I don't even know if they have an injury report yet, because it's Tuesday. Oh, they should probably.
Yeah, because they play Thursday.
Let me check. Yeah,
I don't think he's going to be out there if he was in the concussion tent.
I'm checking it right now.
On another note, you know, I have to say something. I mean, as far as that game also against the Browns, I mean, listen, that offensive line has been playing pretty stellar. I mean, to hold Myles Garrett to 1 sack.
Well, they only had 11 passes.
Yeah, but still. All right, I guess you're right. I didn't really think. Well, didn't they sack him 4 times?
Who?
Justin Fields? Well, 3 times. They got to him a few times. I think he got sacked like 3 or 4 times.
So yeah, that actually kind of doesn't necessarily work in their favor.
Oh,
I don't think there's been an official injury report yet because I'm looking here. I can't really find it.
Well, you know what? You could always just call Rick Samini and ask him.
What was that about? I heard that. Like,
Rick
I didn't watch the press
and said that Garrett Wilson's going to be out for 3-4 weeks, blah, blah, blah. And like, he just, I'm assuming he heard something.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
it
he wouldn't
wasn't
have said it.
Aaron Glenn's team or something like that. And Aaron Glenn was like, you know what? You're not going to ask me about injury reports. Just ask Chris Samini. And like, dude, whatever. You know what? Honestly, I don't care. If he wants to act like that with the media, let him act like that with the media. You know, but he better start winning, though. That's the thing. You know, you can't be doing this shit if you're losing all the time.
So we got Kong Brain joining the chat, Patriots fan joining in. Who's the Jets quarterback in 2026? What's the dream plan? Don, you want to dive into it first?
I really don't think we're going to end up with the top pick. So I don't think the Mendoza sweepstakes is going to happen. Simpson possibility. But if they fall back, not even that option. So if that's the case, you're going to have to kick on quarterback. Okay. Take best available and think of 2027 in the draft for a quarterback. And there's plenty of quarterbacks for there too. So I most likely think if they're picking in the 6-7 range and they don't make a move up and there's no quarterback they love there, take best available and friggin' in free agency, bring a vet in that can play football, not like Justin Fields. But that's, I mean, the dream would be Mendoza, but.
So hear me out. All right. So here's the draft order right now. The season we're at end today.
We're at number 5.
Yeah, we're at 5. You got Tennessee at 1. There's a chance someone will trade up, and if that team were to trade up, it'd probably be either us or Cleveland or Vegas, I guess. Any of those 3 teams could trade up to 1 to get ahead of New Orleans. But let's say Tennessee sticks in.
It's got to look like that. Okay, so all right.
That's going to cost 3 first-round picks.
So if we go from 5 to 1, what is that going to cost the Jets?
It's going to probably cost you 3 first-round picks.
I don't want it.
I'm not saying you do. What I'm trying to say is, like, let's say Tennessee sticks and picks. Let's say other teams saying what you're saying. Other teams say what you're saying. I don't want it. 1, Tennessee picks. They pick whoever. Ruben Bain, let's say. New Orleans goes.
Quarterback.
Let's assume they go quarterback. Let's see what Tyler Shuck is the rest of the year. They may go into this draft with Tyler Shuck playing some good football, say, we don't want to put our eggs in a basket of a quarterback this year. We trust the quarterback class next year. Plus, we want to get another year to evaluate Shuck and see what he looks like.
What round was he drafted in?
2nd, I think.
2nd. Yeah, I mean, why not?
Maybe. I'm not saying that that's going to happen, but this is a scenario that could play
itself out. There's a quarterback that can
come
off the board right there.
What happened?
There is a quarterback right there that can come off the board. So it's either going to be Mendoza or Simpson.
At 2, you're saying?
Yeah,
or
100%.
Yeah. So either scenario, let's say New Orleans picks
trade out.
Let's say they pass.
So you trade out of that spot then?
Who?
New Orleans, if they're not taking a quarterback.
They don't need to because picking right. Well, they're not going to. You're not going to get the haul right there because at number 3 is the Giants.
They're not taking a quarterback.
They're not taking a quarterback. So now you get to the Giants at 3, Cleveland ahead of us at 4. That's a situation where, let's say Simpson or Mendoza's there, you could send a package to the Giants. It's not going to be cost prohibitive. Like it's not going. You're not going to go crazy with that trade.
You know what? There's so much,
and they have the ammunition to get up there.
There's 8 weeks of football left right now.
I understand.
You didn't even think about this. Like that's the crazy part because we could be picking 10. Who knows?
Well, yeah, and then you're probably out of the quarterback running as a whole.
Or we could be picking top 2, top 3. Who knows? I mean, it's going to be a crazy. I mean, I don't know. Do you see a world where Tennessee wins 2-3 games? I mean, maybe 2, but 3 games. I don't know.
They just look so bad. But you know what it is? They're going to win. It's like it's the NFL. They're going to win some games. Maybe Cam Ward down the stretch,
better
plays better. You never know. They're the team that I would say, if you hadn't asked me to put my money on it today, who's on the first pick, it's probably them. They just look really bad. So I don't think they're gonna – I don't know. 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 I don't know maybe they win a game or two, but the thing is, they're sitting pretty. They're 1-8. Everyone else has 2 wins. So I mean, even if they win a game, they're in that pack with everybody. Cleveland, I think the defense is good enough where they'll win a couple of games, but that offense is also looking terrible. I don't know. We have a lot of time left. I don't find the Jets find themselves way down the pack. I think the floor is the 6th pick. Their ceiling is obviously the 1, but they'll probably be like somewhere picking. They're probably picking 3rd, if I had to guess.
3 or 4.
That's what I think. Yeah, 3 or 4.
So
and in that scenario, they have holy ammunition. If they fall in love with Mendoza, if they fall in love with Ty Simpson,
you got to see who's picking ahead of you.
You trade up.
Yeah. I mean, you got teams like how many first rounders does Cleveland have? Don't they have 2 first rounders?
Cleveland?
Yeah.
I thought they did, because didn't they make a trade with Jacksonville?
Yeah, I think they do have 2 first in this draft. I know the Rams have 2 first.
Oh yeah, no, they do. They have 4 and they have 19.
Right. So in a situation to move up to let's say they're picking 4 or 5 or 3 or 4 to move up to number 1, they lose both those picks. Then there's no way in the world you're going to go from 1 to 3 and get 3 first round picks. That's not happening.
1 to 3? No.
Well, what about 1 to 4?
1 to 4. I have to look at the trade value chart, but it's probably
1
to 4.
1 to 4, 1 to 5.
1 to 4 is
3 first rounders. Fuck out! I don't want it.
1 to 4, no. When I was saying I was 1 to 5, 1 to 6.
Yeah, 1 to 5. I think it's hard to do. 2 first rounders is all you're getting.
I'm looking at the trade value chart.
It's not that far off.
But you know what it is? Even with all this,
it's how far they want to move down. Like, let's say they like that Ruben, like that kid Bain, or that linebacker from Ohio State. What's his name over there? I think he's the best. I think he's the best player in the draft, dude.
Ooh,
Reese from Ohio State. Yeah, 100%. He should be 1-1 on this.
Honestly, if you're talking non-quarterbacks, my favorite player in this draft is Caleb Downs, but he's not going to go high because he's a safety.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, that guy is a player, man.
Man, maybe we'll get him with our 2nd first rounder.
No, he's not going to go. He's not going to go that low either. He's going to be a top 10 pick.
Oh, top 10, geez.
Yeah, he's going. I just don't think he'll go 1. Is what I'm saying. Even though he is probably the best player, I mean, chance of a safety going that high is the problem. But he's just an all around outstanding player. He flies around the football and everything like that. So look at the trade value chart again here. I don't know why this is taking forever. So to go from 5 to 1 costs you 1,300 points. That's the equivalent of a top 10 pick.
So you have it.
No. In addition to. Pick number 10 is worth 1,300 points. So you would need to figure out a way to equivalent, on top of going from 5, find out another way of getting a top 10 pick in there, which is going to cost you probably multiple first-round picks.
So Kong is saying no potential trades or free agent quarterbacks you want to target. I mean, trade the whole Burrow trade thing. I don't want to hear it anymore. That's never happening.
It's not going to happen.
No. Then I've been hearing a lot about Kyle Murray. I don't want no part of him either. The only quarterback, honestly, it's going to be a bridge 1-year type of guy. You're going to have to take a fly on a Mariota, possibly Matt Jones from San Francisco. That's a potential right there, Matt Jones.
Yeah, you have to trade for Matt Jones. He's not a free agent.
No, I do think he's a free. I thought it was a 1-year deal there. You sure about that?
2-year
deal. Yeah, we trade for him. Send him a 3rd round.
Here's a good question here. We'll get back into the quarterback talk too. Do you guys see Mason Taylor getting the bulk of the targets Thursday night, or is it Adonai Mitchell? First off, I'm not sure what Adonai Mitchell's playing. I would assume he is.
The kid's been playing every week.
Mm-hmm.
He's not that better than jet receivers.
It's not that he's not better. He's still you're talking about.
Give him 5 or 6 routes to run, and that's it.
Well, yeah.
He doesn't know the whole freaking playbook. But who's going to throw the ball? Now, if Tyrod plays, yes, I can see Mason. I can see both of these guys getting the ball. With Justin Fields, though, no. Maybe with Justin Fields, if he's going to be throwing that ball, it's going to be mostly Mason Taylor because he likes. In his past, he liked hitting tight ends. This year, where has that been? You know what I'm saying? So
he's not throwing anybody.
Yeah, he's not throwing anybody. But if Justin Fields is your quarterback, no. I mean, they're going to be running the ball 50 times a game, getting sacked 1,000 times a game. I mean, they're not even using him to run either. His greatest strength. I mean, I don't get it. Where are the RPOs? I mean, what's going on here? I mean, after that concussion, man, everything has changed for this kid.
Yeah. I mean, I think to answer Scott's question, I think the answer is yes. I think Mason Taylor is the guy that you look at on this roster that's been there the longest, which is crazy. I mean, you're looking at this roster, it's like Garrett's out, Adonai Mitchell's fresh on the roster, Mechie's fresh on the roster. You know, Tyler Johnson maybe, gets another role in this, has a role in this game. But the guy that's like most established, the only other player that you would kind of say might have a lot of targets, and he usually does, Brees, yeah. But going into the season, I always kind of viewed Mason Taylor as the guy who was going to get the second most targets for the team, behind Garrett Wilson, and then Brees would fall shortly behind them. Is kind of the way I saw it. But yeah, I think Mason Taylor is the guy you look at in this game. But it's there's nobody else to throw to is the thing. It's it's kind of crazy.
I mean, listen, they got players out there that can play though. I mean, it's not like, I think there was all right from when the season started to today. Okay, outside of friggin' Garrett Wilson's injury, right? I think their receiver room has gotten better. Am I right? I mean, they bring in A.D. Mitchell, second-year talent. Wasn't Mechie a second year? Wasn't he a first rounder or a second rounder, Mechie?
Second rounder.
Another second round receiver. Listen, both brand new scenery, under new teams. I mean, you don't know. Like I said, which Justin Fields are we getting? That's the problem. It's like a coin flip. Like, can he come out on Sunday and just shock us again? Oh, he played a great game. And then, well, guess what? Back to shit.
So here's the thing, though. I haven't just, and Zach kind of hit on it. Are you getting the bad Justin Fields or the terrible one? Because he played good in week 1 against the Steelers, but that defense struggled a lot early in the season. They had a lot of new parts over there, made a lot of trades in the offseason on that defense. So there was kind of a learning curve there. They beat the Bengals. Those have been Justin Fields' best 2 games against horrible defenses. Like, there comes a point, and I think Scott's kind of hitting on this here. If the Browns shut us down, Fields might throw for less than 50 yards this week. There comes a point in time where, and I think it's coming very, very quickly here, where you have to tell yourself, Justin Fields obviously isn't doing it. He's not cutting it. But not only is he hurting, our chance at winning weekly, it's starting to get a point where he's losing our chance to evaluate these young players on a weekly basis.
That's my point before.
You brought down Mitchell. They should, but will they? And when does that? I mean, they already did in this, and the risk there is, if you have any intention of starting Tyrod Taylor, or benching Fields for Taylor, you almost have to elevate Brady Cook as well, because at any given point in time, you bench Fields, Tyrod can go in there and he could be out in 2 plays. It's been his MO. He gets injured. It sucks, but it's like playing glass on the field. He gets injured very frequently whenever he has an opportunity to play. You wouldn't really be able to, and I guess you can, but if you're benching Fields, you're telling the offense hey, we need a change of pace. You can't all of a sudden Tyrod gets hurt. Oh, Justin, you're back in there. Go continue to suck. You'd almost have to elevate Brady Cook as well, and we're reaching that point. That's literally the point where we're getting to. Is we might be talking about Brady Cook starting games in.
Might not be a bad idea.
I wouldn't say it's a good idea. It might be the only opportunity it might be the only thing that's left. But again, that's going off of what we saw he may not be any good either. Like, I feel like if he showed something in practice, yeah, he went undrafted. Exactly. Like, I mean, it's like,
I mean,
then what message are you sending in this locker room?
Bottle? Can you? I mean, listen, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but imagine this kid comes in and starts freaking like, whoa, who the hell is this kid?
Mendoza,
wouldn't that be a nice thing? Like, couldn't we hit something like that for once in our whole fucking lifetime? Ever hit something like that? You know, imagine that. But no, he's not. So let's just move on.
Yeah, I have no damn clue, man. It's kind of wild.
It's so long. When was the last time we had good quarterback play? I mean, if you want to call Aaron Rodgers last year good quarterback play, all right, maybe. But
I'd say it was decent quarterback play.
On a bad team. That's what it was.
Well,
the last time we had good quarterback play, dude, oh my gosh. Was it me? Oh, the Fitzpatrick year. And I
would say we had good quarterback play with Mike White.
Yeah, for 3 games.
Well, I mean, you're talking about the duration of a season?
Yeah, of course.
Oh.
That means that. It was probably Fitz year. The one and done.
I don't want to completely discount Sam Darnold's rookie year. I mean, that not for the whole year, but like that last 5-game stretch or whatever it was, 4-game stretch was something of.
I don't want to talk about Darnold anymore.
It's the truth, though. That was an outstanding stretch of games for a rookie quarterback. Going head to head with fucking Rodgers, that was an outstanding game. That was like probably one of my favorite games I've seen out of a young quarterback in Jets, like wearing a Jets uniform. Like that was literally going toe to toe with Rodgers. Until Todd Bowles did what he freaking likes to do late in games. Play prevent defense, call a conservative game plan, let the other team get back into it, and then blow the game in the end. Todd Bowles was awesome for a tanking team.
Right now, real quick, Sam Darnold, top 5 quarterback in the league.
It's a weird year where a lot of good quarterbacks are playing down to their potential. I'm saying like a lot of good quarterbacks that you would normally put up there aren't playing to their potential. So I'd say this year he is. We'll see what it turns into. They got a good system out there with
Anthony,
Seattle.
Okay, ready for this one? What could have been? Ready for this? Sam Darnold is our quarterback, and we could have drafted Jackson Smith-Njigba on the New York Jets.
With Sam Darnold? No.
Sure.
Sam Darnold would have been there like 3 years later.
Yeah, we had him, but then
Jackson
Smith a couple of years. Look at this shit that turned into. It could have been for the Jets. All this.
Con, all prayers to this happen. That's the last thing we want to see. I mean, at the end of the day,
like team at least, I definitely don't like seeing injuries and all that. I mean, listen, the only good thing I have to say, I mean, the Jets are pitiful right now, but it's okay. We got 2 wins in a row, which I haven't seen that in a very, very, very long time. I'm seeing the rookies play. I'm seeing a lot of the younger players play now, and which, listen, like I said, the best moment last week is when they jump off sides on that call. I mean, you seen that. They were just so happy, man. I've never seen a happy bunch of guys. And mind you, they only won fucking 2 games. They're still crap.
And that's where I think, for me personally, like, being as I've been tough on Glenn, but I don't feel like I've like completely turned my cheek to him yet. But the one thing I would say, like, and you can hear like what Zach was talking about too with the one and done thing with Drake Maye, like, and there's still plenty of time in the season to go too, so a lot can change.
A lot can change.
But there's definitely a sense in that locker room, like, yeah, we're not doing it right now, but something is gonna pop. Something is gonna change.
Yeah.
That's why I really freaking pray and hope that they get themselves in a situation where they can pick quarterback this year. They need to. Like, there's no avenue to getting a quarterback if it's not the draft. So if they're not drafting,
it's gonna have to be the draft. It's either this year or next year. It's got to be one of these 2 years.
Yeah, but what are they gonna do next year if they don't draft a quarterback this year?
You're gonna have to bring in a quarterback. like a 1 or 2 year deal bridge quarterback.
Who are you bringing in? You know the names on free agency?
I told you 3 names. You could try to trade Mac Jones, Mariota. You got Carson Wentz. You got friggin' there are players out there. I'll bring Cousins in for a year if I had to. You got what I'm saying? I just don't want Justin Fields.
I think Cousins you still have to trade for, though.
Yeah.
But here's the thing with Cousins. Cousins just went through this shit with Atlanta.
I get it.
He went there as a starter. They drafted a quarterback after giving him a $90 million contract.
No, I get it. But would you rather
as soon as he struggled, he was kicked to the curb. You think he wants to go to a team that's literally going to do the same exact thing to him?
No, I understand what you're saying. But in the same token, who would you rather have start, Justin Fields or Kirk Cousins?
I mean, Kirk Cousins, but Kirk is not good either, though, right now. You saw him against what game was that he came in a couple weeks ago?
He came off the bench. I mean, it could be a lot of reasons why. I mean, listen, he's still better than Justin Fields.
I mean, that's like, it's not saying much, dude.
Dude, if they don't pick quarterback, what are they going back to Justin Fields next year?
If they don't pick quarterback, what other options do you have? I mean, they can't go Justin Fields. I understand that, but you're not upgrading the position.
And draft a quarterback in the 2nd or 3rd round. I don't care. Well, I have to trade back into the 3rd to get one. I can't go another year with this kid, bro.
And you're gonna put that 3rd round pick quarterback.
Bro, Justin Fields garbage, dude.
I'm not saying he isn't.
Yeah, I'm trying to say.
I'm just giving you the facts that if they don't get a quarterback early in this draft, I don't know the avenue to having a starter in 2026.
And even if we draft a quarterback in the 1st round, let's say we get Mendoza or Simpson, okay? I don't want this kid starting day 1. Week 1.
He's starting day 1.
I don't want it. I want week 4, week 5, you come in.
Okay, then who's starting the season then?
Anybody but Justin Fields. And
but that's the thing. So you'd have to cut Justin Fields, and you'd have to pay a starter.
Carson Wentz, bro.
Huh?
You could bring in a Marcus Mariota. You could bring in friggin'
these guys aren't starting. How long do you think Marcus Mariota is starting?
Huh?
How long do you think Marcus Mariota is starting?
What do you mean how long he's been starting?
How long do you think he's going to start with a rookie right behind him?
Maybe like 5-6 weeks.
You think Mariota is starting 5 or 6 weeks?
Dude, listen. The problem
he's not a good quarterback, dude.
Listen, the best I get, he's not a good quarterback. You need something that's better than friggin' Justin Fields. Someone who
Russell Wilson, and I know Russell Wilson's not great, but Russell Wilson lasted 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and that was after throwing 400 yards in a game.
Dude, is there a world that you heard this too? I don't know. Maybe I'm just hearing it in Jets universe or something like that. But it's out there. The potential trade for like a CJ Stroud. Did you even hear something like that?
I can't.
I would trade for him.
I can't see it, man. Like again, like
that's who I would give 2, maybe a 3rd first rounder for.
I just can't see it. Like,
why would Houston do that though? Does it make any sense to go back in the quarterback?
This is year 3 for him, right?
Yeah.
So he's in that contract situation now, like where you got to kind of probably pay him this offseason.
Find your quarterback, dude. You have a quarterback, you keep a quarterback.
No, I understand that, but that's the only reason why I think his name would pop up. But I don't see it, man. I don't see the veteran out there. So here, okay, I'll give you a situation that could work its way out, potentially.
Stafford?
I want no part of trading for this player.
Trevor Lawrence.
Nah.
Oh, okay.
I want no part of trading for this player. If this guy becomes a free agent, I'll do that because he gets cut. Kyler Murray.
For that?
That's what?
Kyler Murray?
Kyler Murray, give a 2-year contract, similar to what the Giants did with Russell. I think Russell Wilson got a 1 year. But maybe give Kyler Murray a 1-year contract.
His work ethic is the worst. You know what they did?
I understand that, but I'm trying to figure out a way. I'm trying to figure out a way to give you what you want. You want to bring a rookie quarterback in here and not have them start right away.
Right.
Marcus Mariota is not preventing that.
This kid's worth ethic.
Marcus Mariota will not prevent a rookie quarterback from starting. I am promising you that. Maybe Marcus Mariota can start a game. He is not starting 5 or 6 games to give this quarterback.
The problem is with all these rookie quarterbacks that cannot They just need to understand the speed of the game, dude. You know, sitting behind.
I'm not denying that's a fact.
Writing shit down and watching the game speed, man, means a lot to these young kids. They throw them out there, especially in New York, nonetheless. I mean, look at, dude, our fan base, forget about our fan base, but just the media in New York alone will destroy this kid if he has 2 to 3 bad games in a row. That's the problem, New York.
I'm not disagreeing with you. What I'm saying is Marcus Mariota is not going to be the guy playing 5 or 6 games to prevent this guy from going in. As soon as Marcus Mariota has a bad game, what do you think is going to happen?
They're going to start calling for the rookie.
Of course. And then.
But now you slow it down, slow it down, slow it down. Hopefully it could be 2-3 or 2-4 with Marcus Mariota by the time the rookie's ready.
They will not make it 2-4 with Marcus Mariota.
Maybe with Carson Wentz.
What?
Maybe with Carson Wentz they can. He's got the arm.
Carson Wentz sucks too.
Dude, what do you want?
Bro, always got suck. I'm telling you, the only option for a rookie not playing like immediately would be someone like Kyler Murray. But again, you don't want to trade assets for that guy.
No, because Kyler Murray is the type of guy who goes home, you give him a tape to watch film, and it's blank, and he'll tell everybody he watched it, just like friggin' DeMarcus Russell.
No, I understand.
He wants to play his video games.
But these guys aren't. What I'm trying to say is that it's not going to happen there. I don't, at least not that I see. All I'm trying to do is find the guy that.
Hey.
Here's the list of free agent quarterbacks. I'll go through the list really quick.
Go.
Daniel Jones, not happening. He's getting tagged or he's going to get a long-term contract.
I agree on that.
Aaron Rodgers, not happening. Russell Wilson, no.
Possibly. Don't say no.
No.
Bro, he's a vet.
Did you see him last week?
Dude, I get it.
You gave nothing, bro. You gave nothing in that game.
Good.
Marcus Mariota, no.
Bro, Mariota, why you gotta talk bad about Mariota for?
He's garbage.
He's not.
All right, done. All I'm saying is, if you're gonna try and play this game,
all right, go ahead. I agree. So far, go ahead. Keep on going.
Tyrod Taylor.
No.
He'll get injured. Although I will tell you, if you want to ensure that the rookie we're drafting is going to be a great quarterback, that guy has started ahead of some great quarterbacks.
Oh God! Hey, you keep him then.
Yeah.
For that reason, let history rewrite itself.
After Taylor, it's Zach Wilson.
Hey, why not?
Joe Flacco would be enticing.
I do like Flacco.
Especially he's from the area, went to Delaware, from Jersey. But then I feel like you're running back the same exact thing we did with Zach Wilson with Joe Flacco there.
Well, no, dude. Joe Flacco's job is to start 5 to 6 games. That's it.
But at least he gives you some stability.
It does.
His family's still down in Jersey. He had an interview. I forget who it was with. His family's still down in Jersey and everything like that. So
be a perfect marriage made in heaven, dude.
That's one I could see happening. But the guy's 41 years old.
Only a 1-year deal, dude. That's all it is.
I understand, but is he gonna want to? Does he want to come to the Jets? Whatever.
Give him the Fazools
to start. Does he want to come and start?
Give him 10 to 12 million. He'd be happy.
Kenny Pickett? No. Jimmy G? No.
Yeah, where's he playing anyway?
Who?
Jimmy G.
The Rams.
Oh, he's the backup there?
Yeah.
Actually, that wouldn't be a bad situation. Like you said, another situation, he's going to start only 3 to 4 games because he's going to get hurt.
All right, here's a little flyer. Oh, I think he just goes back where he's at. He's living life right now.
Who?
Mitch Trubisky.
I wouldn't mind him.
I just think he probably loves his life right now. He's never going to play a game. He's living life behind Josh Allen, making $2-3 million a year.
He's got the best job in the world right now.
That guy will never see a field.
What's that guy's
check
name?
will clear every Sunday.
what was that guy from Indianapolis? Painter?
Curtis Painter. And then when you got into a game, that shit fell apart really quick.
Whole life.
Yeah, and then now you get into like the Josh Johnsons, Malik Willis.
Yeah, no, the garbage.
Teddy Bridgewater, Gardner Minshew. Oh my God.
Here's another thought.
Here's a thought. What? Go.
Oh, so let's say we end up winning like 5-6 games. Okay, and we're sitting at like pick number 9. All right. Do you see a world? Let's say there was a Carson Beck there. Would you draft him at 9?
No, I have no interest in Carson Beck.
Are you better off at that point kicking it for 2027? And look at the list of quarterbacks that are going to be out there. Because you know the 3 that are not coming out this year. You said one was what's his name? Sellers?
Yeah, well, any of these guys can come out.
Would probably be best to say. Then you got Dante Moore.
Dante Moore could use another year to work on his body, work on his frame.
Arch Manning.
Arch Manning probably stays another year, but again, a player that could still come out.
Matier.
If he finishes this year strong, there's no reason why he doesn't have to come. Like,
what about Nusumaka?
He just got benched.
He just got benched?
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Yeah, you don't want no part of this guy, dude. He was supposed to be a first-round talent, dude.
Nick, that was a guy that everyone had praise for. So, an avenue that I could see the Jets going a little bit of a different route, maybe. But then you play him fire a little bit. Is
second-round quarterback.
Second-round quarterback. It gives you the opportunity to say, "Hey, we got somebody," but
develop.
The problem is, like, then you run the risk of 2026 being a season where you have nothing at quarterback. Like, if whatever guy you draft in second round, like, just needs time to develop, you can't thrust him in there. Like, you're in a situation where you might be forced to push him in there when he's not ready. And you're talking about just a year of, like, poor development for a young kid.
You're right. And I don't think any of these quarterbacks, for that matter, are ready. That's my problem.
Yeah, but I think if you're picking a guy on top of the draft, it's more likely that they're close. Like Mendoza, I would say, obviously, any quarterback get better with time to sit and relax. But Mendoza has plenty of college experience. He has plenty of starts under his belt. Obviously, NFL speed versus college speed is a different game. But the guy's played, I think this week it'll be his 30th start in college. So he's seen a lot of football, a lot of competitive football, especially this year.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's only gonna get better for him as far as level of competition as the season progresses. Damn, I really hope that fucking team goes undefeated, man. Undefeated so that they get to Ohio State.
Like, yeah, that'd be nice.
That's I think the real test.
What's their best? What's their next? They have another tough game coming up too. Georgia, right?
Who? Indiana?
Yeah.
No, their next few games they should wrap up the season. And then they got Wyoming one game and then another shit game. There's no reason why they shouldn't be playing.
Georgia.
No. They don't play Georgia. Not Wyoming. Wisconsin's what I meant to say. Wisconsin this week. And then they have a bye week. And then they have Purdue the last week of the season. And then
the college football playoffs.
What's the standings?
They're 9-0, no? Or 10-0?
No, well, they're 10-0. So 10-0, 7-0 in the conference. I'd like to think even one loss would probably get them into that Big Ten championship game.
Be fun, man. I'll tell you, December is going to be busy.
Anyway, all right. You have anything else on the Patriots game? You want to give a little?
No, but you know what? For Aaron Glenn, can we at least show up? I mean, listen. When was the last time the Jets won after a bye week? That's another thing that came out different this week. How many times have we seen that team come in and score 6 points?
Do you know in their last 9 opportunities they were 1-8?
What?
In their last 9 opportunities to come out of a bye week, they were 1-8.
That's my point. So they shocked the world. Well, Jet fans on Sunday, but I just want to see a fight team. I just don't want them to get friggin' embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? Don't embarrass us. I don't want to see that. Keep it close. If you're going to lose by 10, no more than 10 points, please. And keep it close till then. You know what I'm saying? Don't make it where you're winning. You're losing 35-3, and then in the fourth quarter, we get an extra 15 points somewhere. You know what I'm saying? That I don't want to see. Just be competitive. I want to see our offensive line do good. I want to see our defensive line get pressures. I don't know if AZ Thomas is playing, but I want to see him play and cover good. Same thing with it is what it is. And Brees, let's run the rock good. That's it.
Trying to look at AZ Thomas again. No, the last thing is. Oh no, he's. Yeah, he's out for the Patriots game. I just looked it up.
Yeah,
he's been ruled out. So yeah, no AZ Thomas for the Patriots game.
Huh? Who's going to start there then?
Well, last week they moved
Brownlee
to
corner,
outside corner, and then Isaiah Oliver was playing nickel.
Gotcha.
So they probably go with that same type of rotation. But they're getting thin at corner, partially by their own doing, and then Sherwood's had a rough year. That like was like kind of icing on the cake for him to just like knock out AZ Thomas, like friendly fire type of situation. As bad a year as he had.
Yeah, I know.
Only got worse right there.
Only for a game he'll miss.
Hopefully, it looked a little crazy. Dude, his arms were like in that like staggered position, like that,
like the Tua situation.
It wasn't as bad as the Tua thing, but his arms were definitely like in that like defensive position, which I say is what happens like when you get a bad concussion. Like the Tua thing was completely different. Like that was a bad one, and it was multiple like in a span of a short time.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But yeah, that's just it's always scary to see that kind of shit.
100%.
What else do I have here? Let's go back into the Browns game a little bit. I think we kind of like got cut short on that a little bit because of Zach. And then we'll kind of wrap up here shortly because so first thing, I guess, let's go into the stars of the game, and then we can dive into the game itself. I'll let you give the first star, and then I'll go with the second.
My first star, I mean, of course, Brees Hall.
You go with Brees?
Yeah, I go Brees there. I mean, he was the only offensive anything. You know, there's more than one star, though. I have about 5 of them, but I'll let you name the second one.
I go with the obvious one, being Will McDonald with the 4 sacks.
Yeah, I was going to say that too.
Let me go a little outside the box, actually. I'll go with Chris Banjo as the star of the game in this one. That special teams unit as a whole,
they've been lights out.
Outstanding. The kick return touchdown, the punt return touchdown. He's got Nick Folk completing all his kicks. Yeah. Not a single miss this game.
One of the best punters in the league.
McNamara has been absolutely elite in this season. Started the game off, or maybe it was the second punt, inside the 5, inside the 10-yard line. Special teams is playing outstanding, and for this Jets team, they kind of need that. Like, how many games have we watched? And obviously, we're still losing a bunch of games. But how many games have we watched where it's like, just a dumb kick return you're allowing, like a stupid, late in the game, any field position, and a shank punt. Like, we've seen that way too frequently over the last few years. To actually see them like playing the field position game correctly, hitting their kicks when they need to, getting solid returns to give this offense that absolutely needs a short field, and maybe even scoring it for them.
So this is a perfect scenario of talking about coaching. Week 1, Xavier Gibson fumble. And yeah, week 2, after they got rid of him, they brought in Isaiah Williams. Remember those 2 mishaps he had too? Mm-hmm. On the fair catch at the 2-yard line or something like that, and then also had a fumble.
Yeah, that was idiotic.
Yeah, but anyway, since week 2, their special teams has gotten better. Okay, good coaching. Defense, the first 5 weeks, 6 weeks, garbage. But lately, a little bit better. Coaching. Aaron Glenn. All right, listen. I know we're not no Rabel type of thing, but they're getting better. Look at their penalties. Cut in half. This past week, they had a little bit more. I think they had like 6 or 7 penalties. But still, it wasn't like 13, 12, 13 penalties a game. You know what I'm saying? But they're getting better. So slowly, he's starting to put something on the field. And we just got to have, listen, he just doesn't have a fucking quarterback. That's it. If we had a quarterback, dude, our record would easily be reversed. Think about the games we've dropped. Okay, we would have won the game in Pittsburgh.
I wouldn't say that. That was defense.
All right. So
Fields had a good game that game.
Outside of that, we would have won. All right, we would have definitely beat Carolina. We would have probably beat. Who else would have beaten? Jesus.
Denver.
I mean, that's 2 extra games there. So instead of being 2-7, we'd be 4-6. I mean, 4-5 right now.
4-5.
Yeah, I mean that's a big difference, dude. And we would have snuck in there. You know what I'm saying? So
the one thing I'll say though about all that is that he brought this quarterback in.
He did.
So I'm not gonna give him a pat on the back for having
I'm not gonna give him a pat. You know what? I didn't think he was this bad either.
Yeah, but we're also not getting paid millions of dollars to make that decision either.
No, I know he's never played this bad in his whole career. With the Jets, he's playing pathetic. I don't even think he did that with Chicago.
That
dude, 4 of the what is it? 7 games he started. Was it 7 that he started?
He only missed 1 game.
So 4 of the 8 games that he started, he threw less than 60 yards. Dude, who? I don't know. Dude, I've never seen this. You're telling me he's worse than Zach?
Oh,
at least Zach threw 60 yards a game. He averaged like 180, 140, 150. Remember? Like, what the heck are we watching here, dude? And I you know what? And the sad part about it is, I really truly like the kid. I just feel bad for him. He can't play quarterback.
Yeah, he's horrible.
Oh. So then, I mean, we're still in that quarterback purgatory, dude.
That's why I think more than any other team, this fucking team just needs to like figure it out.
Quarterback every fucking year in the first round. I don't care until we get it. I don't care. I mean, dude, if quarterback is if that's the problem, then let's draft a quarterback this year in the first round and next year in the first. I don't care.
Got plenty of picks to do it. What the fuck?
Yeah. I mean, take 2 cracks at it. Why take 1 crack? Take 2 cracks.
Here's like an interesting thing. Like I kind of like was like thinking through the other day, and I'm not saying you want to pick quarterbacks for the sake of picking quarterbacks. Huh?
I know what you're gonna say. Go ahead.
So like, all right, let's say like, you know, this draft, whatever.
Frozen situation.
Yeah. You know what?
Why not?
You take a shot at the dartboard. If it works, it works. If not, next year you hope to be in a better situation. At that point, you could pull your stops to try and pick a quarterback. Because that's a heavy draft as far as quarterbacks are concerned. You got
it is
20 quarterbacks
the year. Well, they said that this was going to be the year too.
Yeah, but then a lot of the players that like you thought were going to be good didn't needed more time, and that's kind of what goes into it. Sometimes you just think players are going to be good, they need a little bit more time. Like you said, Sellers players need more time, but he was a guy who was on top of the draft board. Aller probably should have come out a year earlier. Nussmeier, Cade Klubnik, who I was never really a huge fan of Klubnik. There's plenty of names out there that had the potential to go up there. I mean, Mendoza's name wasn't on the list. Neither was Ty Simpson. Dante Moore was always viewed as a player that can use another year in college, but he's been playing great this year.
That kid
next year, you're going to have a lot of players coming out. What?
The kid from Alabama scares me a little, just because of his inexperience.
Yeah, I mean, that's my issue with him, but he's got good tape. He looks good.
He is on Alabama doing it on Alabama. That's the difference. You're right. It's not like he's doing this with North Dakota State. Who's the kid from North Dakota State?
North Dakota State.
Yeah, look it up. This kid is supposedly Like he's like a Baker Mayfield type of player, like gritty.
Are you talking about Vanderbilt?
What's his name? No, it's
Pavia?
North Dakota. Who?
Diego Pavia?
Who? All right, look up the quarterback from North Dakota. Name it. I think it is Pavia, actually.
Pavia is the one that everyone likes to kind of compare to Baker Mayfield.
And who's the kid out of Dakota? What I just said, North Dakota.
Cole Payton.
Yes, that kid. Look, just do yourself a favor. I know we don't have to do it today. Just watch this kid, dude. Watch him. I mean, listen, is that where Trey Lance came out of? That same college?
I think so, and I think Carson Wentz also came out of there. Maybe.
Just. I'm not saying he's the best thing in the world, but watch this kid play, dude. I'll tell you who. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to give him a comparison right now. Ready? Josh Allen.
All right, relax, wait.
Dude, when Josh Allen came out from Wyoming, he was not Josh Allen the way he is. But look at his physique. He runs the ball. He'll plow into you. He's that type of quarterback. But now this is a kid, right, that is a possibly second round, third round developmental guy. But, dude, I'm telling you, this kid has got the stuff.
So your concerns with Simpson are his lack of starts, and this guy also has a lot of starts.
But not picking one in top three. You know what I'm saying? This kid's a third round project. I'd rather take a flyer on something like that.
Yeah, but then you're kind of setting yourself up for failure, because the whole point of like taking a flyer is that you're gonna identify 2027 as the draft to go get one.
You get both of them, bro. Get two. Bro, remember, there was a time when San Francisco 49ers had Joe Montana, Steve Young, and Steve Bono on the same team.
All right. Before we talk about Jets having 4 quarterbacks, let's get one.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Just why settle for one? Grab a couple. Get 2 picks at the friggin'.
Because you can't even find one.
Well, that's my point. That's why you pick
find one.
And hopefully you find one. Because even if any of these quarterbacks, man, that's the problem. If we don't have the right coaches, who knows? I've been through too many times, and you know what? There's so many more Jet fans that are a lot older than us that have been through it for a hell of a lot longer, dude. I mean, we're talking 1969 was the last time, bro. We're approaching 60 freaking years.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Who
do you give your dunce of the game to?
Oh boy. Shit.
This one's hard. I feel like they played
overall good game. There is a dunce though. Hold on, I'll find one.
The obvious dunce.
Justin Fields for sure.
Yeah, that's the only way you can.
Yeah, 100%. I didn't even think too hard about that. All right, yeah, you're right. Justin Fields for sure.
because you kind of grade him on a curve.
Yeah,
like,
automatic.
50 yards. He had his game. He played his game. Dude, 50 yards passing.
You know what's so weird about this kid? And this is the part I just don't get. Right? He has a game like that, right? And I'm not saying we're going to win on Sunday. We're definitely not winning Thursday, but he'll come out on Thursday and throw for like 2 touchdowns and like 260. And like out of nowhere, and he looked good. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what the hell? What is up with this? The inconsistency. Now, we were talking to Zach earlier. He said one of the weaker links on that defense is their defensive backs. But we had that thing, like who's throwing the ball? I mean, we'll see.
And who's he throwing to?
Yeah, that's true. I like that. I like AD Mitchell to go off and maybe Mason Taylor. I would like to see that.
I think they're limited by who's throwing them the ball, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens. Let's go ahead and wrap this up here. Any other comments before we drop this off?
No, but I think next week after this week we'll start doing our mock. Well, you want to wait a little bit.
So next week, the 18th. I have someone penciled in for another guest. I just got to confirm a few things with him.
Okay.
The 25th would be like our free agency, our full whatever. We can do like
we could wait till the end of November. Actually, that's not too bad. Maybe the beginning of December we could start kicking that up. Because that'll be like another 3 games left, like 3 games off the books. We'll see draft position, what's going on.
Mhm.
You know, because I'll be honest with you, I mean, it's only exciting if you're picking in the top 3. I mean, you know what I'm saying? At least that first pick. I mean, honestly, we do want our quarterback, but we'll see.
See where it goes. But yeah, so next couple of weeks we have a couple of guests joining us as well.
Cool.
Yep. All right.
The Knicks are up, by the way.
Yeah, they're destroying them. 114-93 right now, end of the third quarter.
Oof.
Anyway,
wow.
Everyone that's in the messages and in chats, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. It's actually been a pretty decent show with some of these comments. But yeah, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Let's go Jets.
Yes.